All right, guys, so we're going to go over some of these finer points to the box squat. We wanted to shoot a quick video on this just so everybody's on the same page. We're obviously going to coach you guys still in the classes, so no worries there. But we just want to go over a few things just to give you a little more introduction to it. So when he takes the bar off the rack, nothing's going to change. The big thing is he's doing that when you're selecting your box. We want you either right at parallel, meaning hip crease right in line with the knee when you're in your squat position, or if you've had back issues or any knee issues, or we've got some ankle flexibility problems, something like that, then we may go a little bit above parallel, about an inch above or so. So Zach's just gonna start knocking out some good reps on this, and I'm gonna go over some of these points. So notice he's got a neutral spine. That's number one. His chin's in line, everything's in line, and his spine is neutral the whole way. We'll go over that in a second. He's pushing back and engaging everything together. It's not a segmented motion, it's all in one. You guys can't see it from your angle, but he's pressing his toes into the ground the whole time. His whole foot remains in contact with the ground during the course of the entire squat. So that's a major point we want to go over. And we'll go over the faults here in a second. Now notice his breathing. He's not doing anything crazy with his breath. He's just breathing in, filling up his entire trunk. He's not just belly breathing, not just chest breathing, filling up his entire trunk to maintain stability in the spine. All right, now as he's coming up, you hear that little out. That's still keeping engagement in his abs, and he's not losing anything while he's actually breathing out, so that's good. Now, one of the things we'll do is we'll go maybe a hair wider stance than you're used to, and that doesn't mean you have to switch all your squats to that. We're just going to do that for the box squat, and if it's something you tend to like, then maybe you will carry it over to your others. We also will go a hair more with a toe forward position. Now, if you're already a toe forward squatter, that's fine. You don't have to change anything. We will go a little more toe forward with the box squat, and if that feels comfortable to you, maybe you carry it over to your other squats, maybe not. We'll cross that road when we come to it. Now, some common faults. So show some overextension. So this is a big one. We're on this all the time. I think you guys know this by now. Now, this is one where we may say, hey, ribs down. All right, so all that means is that we want you to get into a neutral spine position. When we say ribs down, all too often we see this, where it's actually a rotation of the hip forward, and then that is death for that low back. We do not want that at all. So go back to neutral spine. We got neutral. We've got overextension one more time. People tend to do this to overcorrect their posture. We don't want it. We want neutral spine, but not overcorrection. Show that one more time. All right, not this. So go back to neutral, and then as he's going down, just do a straight up and down squat. So see how far the knees are coming forward here? Now do like your normal back squat, where you just normally go. All right, so this is a good back squat. Now for our box squat, we are gonna push back a little bit more. Knees are forward slightly here, but that's totally fine in the back squat. For the box squat, we wanna engage the hamstring more. So he's pushing back. But here's a fault we see when we say that. We want you guys to push back. What do people do? They do like a good morning first, and then they start pushing back. All right, that's gonna put a ton of stress. Show a very over-exaggerated one. See how far that bar is coming forward, away from his center of gravity, away from his center of mass with the hips here. We don't want that. That's putting a ton of stress on the low back. So go back to a couple more good ones. This is what we're after. Everyone's is going to look slightly different, but we're going to coach you guys through it and get the best ones we can.
Good.
All right. Yeah.